Hey there, comic book fans. I am back from the comic shop again this week with 6 new comics. As I seem to be holding steady right around that number each week. But first we'll show you our free stuff. We get the Marvel Legacy Spotlight, which I guess has a bunch of Marvel Legacy stuff in it. War Machine Punisher. Spider-Man, Sinister Six. Oh, this one was just out with the lenticular cover. That looked pretty good. We also got, I guess this came out for Halloween, Harley Quinn Batman. I wasn't there on Halloween, but they had a bunch of them sitting around, so I figured I'd pick one up and give it a look. I guess it's just a Batman Harley Quinn story with that Dark Knight Returns homage cover. Everything's an homage cover. Comic shop news. Avengers No Surrender. Okay. Comic shop news I've been getting every week. Avengers titles assemble into massive 16-part weekly saga. Oh, just what you need if you're an Avengers fan, to buy 16 weekly Avengers books. I bet you only want to buy 4 or 5 of them, but they're making a big crossover story out of it. Oh, man. I'm glad I'm not buying Marvel books sometimes. Not that they're terrible, they're just not my thing, and I'm not a big 16-part weekly Avengers story. Oh my god, I might have liked that if I was 12 and comics were still a quarter, but wow, at $4 a pop. Anyway, let's move on. Here we go with The Walking Dead, issue 173, Final Fight, and there's what's that guy's name? Jesus, cowering from, I think that's some big guy from the last story just made a return. Don't want to spoil anything, so I'll just go to a quick page in the middle. We all know Walking Dead. I think the TV show is back. I haven't watched the TV show in years, but I still enjoy the comics. So I've never played any of the Walking Dead video games either. Road to Survival. I think that they're supposed to be pretty good. I think they're just mobile games, but mobile games is all I play these days. But you know, I play a lot of mobile puzzle games, so none of these long ones anymore. Here we go, Usagi Yojimbo, Stan Sakai, Mousetrap, part 1 of 3. Body in the Library, 2-part story just finished up. Now we're on to another 3-part story. That's a pretty nice cover right there. Usagi's like Walking Dead, Usagi's another steady Freddy. Been around for many, many years, buying it many, many years. And you know what you get when you're getting an issue of Usagi. You're getting a really nice... I barely made it. Don't attempt it, Samurai. It's too far for you to jump. You get the great... Stan Sakai is just a master storyteller, so it's always a good time with Usagi Yojimbo. And here's another issue. Lazarus, X plus 66, number 4 of 6. Who's doing this one? Greg Rucka. Troutman, Martinez, Arquez, and Wynn. Every issue has been a different artist, as we get a different done one about the Lazarus universe, kind of as Lazarus is on hiatus. With actually, Michael Lark is back drawing already, but it's not coming out for a little while. And some issues under their belt. The last issue was another done one about sort of the middle class people. I hesitate to call them middle class because in Lazarus there's family, who are like the aristocrats. There's serfs, which are, I guess they'd kind of be the middle class, but there's not a lot of them. And then everybody else is the waste. And you can get if you can serve the family, you get and you're waste, and you can prove you can serve the family, you get to be a middle class, a serf now, and your whole family comes with you. So, but last issue was all about some serfs and what their life was like, and gave us the first hint of sort of rebellion in the Lazarus world. But I can't wait to see what this one is about. I've been enjoying these done-in-ones. They've been pretty good stuff. And here we go with Paper Girls, number 17. Let's see, is this a wraparound cover like always? There we go. Just more of the nondescript building they're in. Last issue, our Paper Girls made it to the future in our weird time-traveling story. It's quite enjoyable. Giant robot fighting monsters showed up last issue too. So we got ships in space. So hard to describe Paper Girls. It goes every which way. Nice Cliff Chang artwork, Brian K. Vaughan writing. Was that Matt Wilson on the colors and Jared K. Fletcher on the letters? And I just never know what to expect from this one. I think some of the girls are always getting separated and trying to find each other. They've gotten lost in time 2 or 3 times, so they gave up delivering papers long ago, though. Stray Bullets, Sunshine and Roses, issue number 29. Not a huge fan of these giant text covers. I kind of never look at them, and they don't make any sense till after you read the story. They're one of those things. But last issue was a lot of fun. We got back to our main cast last issue with our main what's her name, Orson, or Derek as he goes by now. One of our main sort of like ordinary young man who got thrust into this world of crime, and he was just losing his mind last issue. They had this running gag in last issue that made no sense, and that Derek/Orson kept eating a banana, but that wasn't really what he was doing. He was doing something so disgusting that it made people throw up and fear for him and fear him. I still don't know what it is, and I was thinking maybe it was supposed to be a gun, but people wouldn't be throwing up if he was sticking a gun in his own mouth. They'd be like, what are you crazy about? So I still didn't get that gag, but I don't think we were supposed to know what it is, so we'll see if they give us any clue to that in this issue, but I don't think they will. And our final book for the week is Uber Invasion, issue number 9, written by Kieran Gillen, illustrated by Daniel Getty, or Geet, I don't know. I have no idea how you say his last name. I've never heard it. But that is George S. Patton there, who somehow got superpowers. We don't know what his superpowers are. They left us with a kind of a cliffhanger last issue with showing Patton with, his eyes glowing. So I think a lot of this issue is supposed to take place in Europe, move from the U.S. to Europe, to see what's going on with Patton. I'm not sure yet. Last issue took place in Russia, where we got to see one of the characters from the first series, which I did not read the first series, but she was a Russian superpowered woman, and she was trying to set up some she was doing this crazy training for Russian superpowered people that they weren't all surviving, yada, 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 stuff like that, because no one survives, not everyone survives getting these mysterious powers, but I can't wait to see what is up with Patton and why his eyes are glowing. Uber Invasion is just a really good book. What if the Nazis invented superpowers at the end of World War II? And it's been a lot of fun. Like there's a series before it just called Uber that I want to track down one of these days, but I haven't just yet. Finally, we'll give you a look at my background art, which is another Dreams of Things that I just colored. You may have seen the black and white of this. I showed it a few weeks ago. It's all with marker, issue number 48. It kind of looks like a plant there. Maybe a corn stalk coming out of with a giant eye looking at you from behind. Another one of my dreamy covers. And this is old. I don't have a date on it, but it's at least 10 years old. I was looking through a box of drawings and found this one. I may have used it in a print. I don't know, but it caught my eye. I really kind of like that face. I like the simplicity of the shapes and such. But I don't know if I ever made anything out of this, but I might now. I'll have to see, because, like I said, sometimes things catch my eye, an image I worked with in the past, and I want to do something with it in the present. So I'll be thinking about that one for a little while. Meanwhile, you guys all have a good week out there.